In a quiet village nestled between towering mountains and endless fields of golden wheat, there lived a young man named Kai. He was known far and wide for his restless thoughts. From dawn until dusk, his mind buzzed with worries, memories of past mistakes haunted him, and fears of the future left him in constant turmoil. No matter how hard he tried, he could never find peace within himself. One evening, as Kai sat by the village well, an elder told him of a wise hermit who lived deep within the misty peaks. It was said that this hermit had discovered the secret to a tranquil mind, a wisdom so profound that those who sought it never returned the same. Intrigued and desperate for relief, Kai resolved to find this sage and learn the art of inner peace. At dawn, he set out on his journey, climbing through dense forests and rocky trails. The air grew thinner as he ascended, and the winds whispered ancient secrets through the trees. After days of exhausting travel, he finally arrived at a secluded temple carved into the side of the mountain. There, beneath the shade of a cherry blossom tree, sat the hermit, an old man with eyes as deep as the night sky, his presence radiating calm. Kai approached and bowed deeply. "Master, I have traveled far to seek your guidance," he said. "My thoughts are like a raging river, never still, always churning. I long for peace. Please, teach me how to quiet my mind." The hermit studied Kai for a moment before nodding. Without a word, he led Kai to a courtyard where a large stone jar sat, filled to the brim with water. Next to it was a small wooden cup. The hermit dipped the cup into the jar, scooped up some water, and poured it into a tiny bowl. He then turned to Kai and handed him the cup. To find peace, the hermit finally spoke, his voice as soft as the wind, "You must empty this jar. But you may only use this small cup, and not a single drop must be wasted." Kai hesitated, staring at the enormous jar and the tiny cup in his hands. It seemed an impossible task, yet he was determined. He bent down and carefully scooped water, pouring it into the bowl. Again and again, he repeated the action, his hands trembling with effort. Hours passed, but no matter how much he scooped, the jar remained just as full. Frustration tightened his chest, and his mind raced with doubts. The hermit watched in silence until Kai finally threw the cup down in defeat. "It's useless," he cried. "No matter how hard I try, I can't empty it. It's as if the water never ends." The old man placed a gentle hand on Kai's shoulder. "And yet, you have been trying to empty it with a mind that is just as full," he said. "You carry your worries, your regrets, your fears, all of them swirling inside you like this water. Until you release them, no effort you make will bring you peace." Kai looked at the jar again, his breathing slowing. The hermit's words sank deep into his heart. Closing his eyes, he took a deep breath. He let go of the frustration, the fear of failure, the endless cycle of thoughts that had weighed him down. When he opened his eyes, he picked up the cup once more, but this time, he was different. He moved without force, without desperation. He focused only on the simple act of scooping and pouring, embracing each moment as it came. The water flowed smoothly, and as time passed, the jar grew lighter. At last, the final drop fell into the bowl. Kai gazed at the empty jar in astonishment. The hermit smiled. "You see, the mind is like this jar. When you stop struggling, when you become present in the moment, everything flows naturally. Only with an empty mind can you truly be free." Kai bowed deeply, feeling a clarity he had never known before. As he descended the mountain, he carried not only the hermit's wisdom but a newfound sense of peace, knowing that the key to serenity had always been within him.